1-7. Today we're going to explore the critical area of business continuity that includes identifying, analyzing, assessing, prioritizing, and implementing business continuity requirements. I'm going to do my best to dive deep, but if I don't go deep enough, remember to use the prompt at the end of every session to get a little bit more. Overview of business continuity requirements. The task includes identifying what's critical for your business, analyzing potential impacts, assessing vulnerabilities, prioritizing your resources, and implementing the necessary measures. You'll notice that these are not linear, but cyclical, as they require continuous monitoring and updating. The goal here is to establish a robust framework that can withstand various challenges, whether natural or man-made events. Business impact analysis. This is the foundation for any business continuity plan. The BIA identifies the potential impact of disruptions on business processes, helping you prioritize recovery efforts. So let's break down the criticality metrics. MTD or MTPD is the maximum amount of time you can afford to be down for a given process. I like to use the analogy of driving a car. If I gave myself an extra hour to get someplace, I could afford to be off the road for an hour should I have a problem like a flat. Now the recovery time objective must be less than that. So that's the time it would take me to say, notice I had a flat, pull over to a safe part of the road where I can change it, put on the flat and get back on. The recovery point objective of RPO is all about data, and it measures how much data in time you can lose. 24 hours might not be very good for financial transactions. Minimum business continuity objectives, sometimes called minimum operating requirements, describe service levels and supplies. So it's one thing to have a printer that can print 20 pages per minute. It's also important to have paper and toner. And MTAO, the maximum time in alternate operations. When you put on a spare tire, you can't stay on there forever. The emergency's not over till you have fully reconstituted to your normal service tire. External dependencies. Speaking of minimum operating requirements, here we're looking at third-party services and suppliers that your organization relies on. So let's go through each point. Identify critical suppliers. First, identify which suppliers and service providers are crucial for maintaining your core business functions. This step is foundational for understanding your organization's vulnerabilities. Assess supplier business continuity capabilities. Evaluate the business continuity and disaster recovery capabilities of these critical suppliers. It's essential to ensure that they can meet your organization's recovery time objectives. Contractual requirements. Incorporate business continuity clauses into contracts with key suppliers. This ensures that your suppliers are legally obligated to meet your continuity needs. Alternative suppliers. Develop and maintain a list of alternative suppliers to ensure continuity in case the primary supplier fails. Having a backup plan is crucial. Regular testing and validation. Finally, regular tests and validate these plans with your suppliers. Conduct joint exercises to identify potential gaps and ensure that everyone is prepared. Maintaining external dependencies is just as important as internal processes and requires the same level of attention to ensure your organization's resilience. To summarize, business continuity planning is much more than just having a plan. It's about ensuring that the plan is comprehensive and covers all aspects of your operations, both internal and external. We've looked at how to identify critical business functions, analyze potential impacts, and ensure that your suppliers are also prepared for disruptions. And remember, this is a holistic approach. All these elements are interconnected, and mastering them is key to both your success on the exam and your effectiveness as a security professional. All right, test it out with the prompt. You can generate 10 questions or modify that number. And again, once you start your prompt, you can always add in a line, could you focus on something I thought Larry was going to dive deeper into?